Getting Over It, the self-proclaimed rage game that took the internet by storm. It became famous for its terrible controls and unforgiving save system, where a single mistake at any point in the game could bring you all the way back to the start. That, together with its very many subtle elements, such as its easy-listen music over its not-so-easy gameplay, caused its players, myself included, to scream at their game in frustration as they played. Now, while it achieved half of its goal of getting people to throw their chairs at their computers,
with my life, I could be doing anything, but no! Oh my God!
Peace
No!
above all
No!
earthly
No!
dignities,
No!
a still and quiet conscience.
No! My God!
many people missed the main point Bennet Foddy, the creator, was trying to make, mainly because of a process explained by Bennet Foddy in the part that they missed. Whilst playing Getting Over It, you hear Bennet Foddy himself talk you through a great many things, most of which can be somewhat cryptic. He talks about what kind of game this will be throughout the story. Quote, "If you've ever accidentally deleted your homework hours before the due date, or left your wallet at home knowing you must go back despite your hour of commute, or won money at the casino and placed all your money on red and it turned up black, you know what it's like to start over." Players often disregard the rest of what he says, as it's often followed by long silences, presumably because his monologues are triggered by reaching certain thresholds. So many miss what he says. He goes on sort of a ramble, talking about the game that inspired Getting Over It, named Sexy Hiking, made in the year 2002. He talks about B-games and what they are, but there is a segment which can be hard to catch, a very difficult area where the players are often too focused to notice. He talks about the internet culture and trends. He talks about how things turn to rubbish very quickly in this world, as they can only be used in a certain context. A good example of this is political television. Now, there's nothing wrong with this subgenre, but watching an older episode of The Simpsons, for example, where they make a political reference, has much less of an effect on us now as it did then. Though I myself have never seen it, many say the same for South Park. Bennet goes on stating that on the internet, this happens in seconds. Something's here, now it's gone. Many online personalities often joke about how going on holiday for a week is missing a year of the internet. Trends come and go so fast, it's often hard to keep up with them, water bottle flipping to dabbing. He explains how video games nowadays are simple and easygoing, food for the fickle. Whereas before the internet, or at least internet culture, games were hard, demanding, frustrating. That's why when you play an Atari 600 game, or an SNES game, they feel a lot more difficult. A good example of this is The Legend of Zelda for the Nintendo Entertainment System, or the NES, which had the first ever save file, however an incredibly long and hard game. This is the reason behind Getting Over It's unforgiveness. It tries to break away from the trends and be something you delve time into. As of yet, I've not beaten the game, though I know I will put more hours into it than I already have. The sad irony is, however, that Bennet Foddy's political point will be lost in the sea he did everything to point out the flaws of. Major video gamers on YouTube like PewDiePie and Markiplier and Jacksepticeye played this game whilst almost entirely missing the point, only using it for blind rage. Of course, this is to be expected, as the main reasoning of people watching other people play video games is for that person's reactions. By now, Getting Over It is part of the unrecyclable pile that Bennet spoke of, the food in the sink. As YouTube's algorithm changes, and being on trending becomes ever more important, and changing things on your channel is necessary, Bennet's point becomes more and more lost.